Hey man, say man, it's that time once again for me to talk about Four Nights of the Apocalypse. This week is chapter 228 titled Perfect Time. Which is funny because that Perfect Time is Nakuba's favorite OST from the anime if I remember correctly. And we have a colored first page of the Meliodas family with Elizabeth is in the bright blue dress, Tristan in the back looking a little nonchalant and shit, Meliodas fighting out there with the wings blending into the fit. Yeah, no, this is tough. Anyways, let's get right into it. So, as we know, Elizabeth last chapter said that she was gonna tie up her laces and go out on the court. And we see back on said court that the Sins are in a 3-1 deficit. Calf is over there laughing at using his cheese, and it seems the reason we didn't see. And we see the Sins all laid out, well, except Bon. And we see that Gopher, the reason we hadn't seen him was because this nigga had been crushed. And Calf starts screaming about how he won this shit. Give him the chip right now. And Anne is just in the back like, what the hell am I supposed to tell Percival? Open your eyes, Narcians. And Narcian's just like, yeah, no, I'm here. Huh? And House is like to Gila, yeah, stay with me now. But then everyone starts like coming back from the brink of death, and it's just like, wait, whoa, weren't we kind of dead nearly? And Calf notices this and is like,
what did I just see? What did I just see?
Gopher gets up as well and it's just like, whoa, hold on, this magic force is kind of crazy right now. And Bon as well is like, wait, I can move, nigga. King gets everyone essentially just gets full restores. Yes, I'm making a Pokemon reference because Pokemon Day. I can't lie, as funny as Brawler is, I'm putting my stocks in Pombon. And Diane is like, yeah, I know this magic anywhere, so pure and full of love. And we go to Meliodas as Elizabeth is cheerleading him on in his head. Don't give up on the future. Don't lose this. And Meliodas immediately locks in, is just like, hey, wifey says I gotta lock in. And Cap is just like, hold on, what's going on? What kind of holy magic is this? As y'all were at death's door, he looks up at the castle and sees that Elizabeth up there posing with her wings fully unfurled. Cap goes to dash at Elizabeth to sort her out. And Meliodas is like, my Shayla. Calf's telling her not to spoil the moment for him and that it was his total victory. And we see that he seemingly had slashed through Elizabeth. But Meliodas calling out to her. He comes back down. Calf comes back down. And everyone thinks that she got clipped. And Diane's just like, how could you? Is basically prepared to spin back for her. But then they get, both her and King get dealt with again. And Cap's just like, okay, now I gotta do this killing shit all over again. Only to find that his attacks did nothing. And they're also confused, like, how? Bro, y'all are members of the 7-Day Sins. Tee up. And they're just like, hold on, wait a second. What kind of trick? They look at each other and they sort of get it, which we don't get. As Cap is speaking for us when he says, what kind of trick did you use? You can't die like the peons you are. Yo, slow down, okay. Slow down. Nigga had to take hostages to actually win the situation. Come on now. And he tells them not to look at him like that, essentially. Like that. And he's just like, now you must surely know what it means to defy me. As he threatens the civilians again. They get cut up. And it's just like, man, that's crazy. Look at those people. So many innocent dead simply because he defied my... And then he looks again and realizes that they're all... Yo, what is going on? Did everyone just get put into Hikari's domain all of a sudden? Just got infinite RCT or something? Like, what's going on? And Cap is just like, is as confused as I am right now, because what on earth is happening? And Gopher's just like, I've seen this shit kind of before, and that 3,000 years ago when the supreme deity deigned to enter the holy war, a single soldier from the goddess clan routed the demon clan's 10 commandments. And he looks back over to see Elizabeth still up there with her magic boiling bright. And Gopher continues to monologue saying that the light she gave out fully healed everyone the moment they were wounded. It banished the pain before they could even feel it. It was the ultimate in healing magic. As we're getting flashbacks of the holy war sprinkled in as well. Hey, I asked for a little bit more bloody alien. Here we go. And it ensured that not a single drop of blood was shed. That's crazy. I actually had the 10 Commandments running, but I'm not seeing I'm not seeing my goats there in action running away either. So, but there's levels to the 10 Commandments shit. As we get these gorgeous panels, as we see this giant flash of goddess magic just flown out throughout the kingdom. It reminds me of Yuno's Never Neverland from Black Clover. If you read the manga, you know what I'm talking about. Well, in terms of the scale, not in terms of exactly what I mean. Comme si comme ça. Did I use comme si comme ça correctly? But yeah. And Kaf is just like, whoa, this shit is way too hot for me. As a lot of the Chaos Beasts are starting to get burnt as well, as the people are just in awe at the force of magic. And Diane's just like, it recognizes it being Elizabeth but to them it's just, they have to question, is it actually her? As she unveils a film called Perfect Time. I'm not sure if I could play the music because of copyright, because my shit go up booms when I even talked about Meliodas and Bond fight in the anime, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna risk putting the music in. But this form looks absolutely gorgeous. Holy hell, she got that shit on. I love transformations like this, man, that just completely change the character's attire. It doesn't even have to be a hair change, because her hair is just the same. It's just more wings, and she genuinely looks more closer to her mother, her late mother, the supreme deity. And Meliodas is screaming at her like, what on earth are you doing? If you tap into that, you'll never come back again. As he's literally tearing up, which means it's something similar to when he unleashed his demon lord powers back 18 years ago as well. So maybe it's something similar to that, or maybe it destroys her soul. Maybe because she's human in a human vessel this time, but who knows. We'll get more details right now. And she tells Meliodas not to cry and to let her fight alongside him. For the sake of the world, you and I and our band protected. Allow me to put my all into defending the future of our precious Tristan and the other children. As Meliodas is just there bawling his eyes out, because he's about to meet because for some reason his greatest year is about his one and only true love is about to get out of there. It seems everyone else heard the message as well from their demeanors, as Meliodas wipes his tears and he I'm genuinely just seeing him, just seeing these panels, bro. I haven't been this rock hard in ages, bro. No pause.
This is a sick Negro.
As we see the Sins charge in at Cap. With Meliodas in assault mode, this time they don't have to worry about civilians since they'll get healed throughout the whole thing. Meliodas, now we know the Sins are going all out, or at least Meliodas went assault mode. The Sins are screaming, ready to clash one last time with the complete embodiment of fraudulence. Sorry, I mean the complete embodiment of malice. And that is where the chapter ends. So thankfully, Kaf isn't gonna get this win just like that. But now all of the signs of Guinevere's future vision have been, seen. From when Arthur invades Kaf, as pretending to be Arthur, invades Leonis, talking about how long I've waited to settle the score with you Sins, to seeing people die from unknown means, to now this flash of light. I can't lie, it's not looking good for Bond and Lancelot right now. It is not looking good for them at all. Yeah. And obviously, I asked for a little bit more on Bloody Ellie. Well, not exactly Bloody Ellie, but a sort of mini flashback to the Holy War arc, and we get more displays of the kind of shit that Elizabeth has tapped into, can do. After all, she is an equal to Meliodas. I'm saying is as in present tense, not past tense. I still believe if they really, because from how Meliodas reacted, it seems it is quite a godlike power, and we know that gods cannot stay on the mortal plane in Britannia for a long time, so if at all. And it seems that because Elizabeth has activated this shit, she will be back. The world will reject her, like how the world tried to reject Meliodas when he activated his own innate magical power, which we still don't know the name of, by the way. or maybe it has something to do with, since she's in a human vessel, if she uses this power as she is now, maybe it will cause her soul to be destroyed in a way, so that, like he said, Elizabeth will never come back again. Or maybe this will just, the strain of the magic will just make her die. So this obviously means that this power is on a time crunch. If it was an unlimited power, we would have seen it back in the OG series. But it's nice to know that she still has something in the back pocket, and a power that can make the 10 commandments retreat as well. That is actually insane. But yeah, it's essentially just Neverland. It's a mix of Neverland and Hakari's domain expansion, because she's just granting immortality to those getting clipped. So maybe the ability has something to do with her lifespan. Maybe because she was a goddess before, she could use it maybe sparingly or more often, since, you know, as a goddess her lifespan is greater. But since her vessel is that of human bodies, then maybe, and because humans have short lifespans, maybe it will only be a matter of time until something can be done. But I like this chapter. It gives us some hope for what could come in the next coming chapter. Well, for the ending of this battle itself. I don't think the Sins will beat Kaf. I think he is going to stay a primary antagonist for a bit longer. Yeah, I think he is going to stay a primary antagonist for a bit longer. It's just a case of something will happen during this fight to where Leonis is spared. Kaf maybe is sealed away temporarily before breaking out, gaining power, or this, that, and the third. Because he does say that his chaos power is incomplete, and he has once asked the Lady of the Lake to join forces with him. So maybe maybe it's a point for the future to make note of for us, because while the Lady of the Lake doesn't seem to mind Lancelot's indifference to her, who's to say that will stay the same forever? And even though she seems to, for her powers were wrested from her, not just taken. But if something happened to where the Lady of the Lake is taken away from Lancelot for maybe a brief period of time, and then Kaf consumes her in some capacity and just temporarily forces a union, because I currently don't see the Lady of the Lake like willingly go with Kaf. But again, does that stand the question of, can she actually remove herself from Lancelot if she wanted to, since she said herself her powers were wrested from her, something which Kaf wouldn't be able to do. Is there anything more I want to say on this chapter? Give me a moment. The box that Theodora has, it might also play a factor in not stopping Kaf, but stalling for time for the knights, and possibly Arthur if they find him as well and get him to return. So perhaps it will play a role in having them stall some time to prepare for an actual final encounter with Kaf, and maybe something that will be later linked to the Holy Grail, because we know one of the main things, if you know anything about mythology, is that the main thing about King Arthur was that he wanted that damn Holy Grail. I don't remember the context as to why. My knowledge of mythology is vast, but very superficial, so I'm not educated enough to educate y'all on that at the moment. But yeah, maybe something along the lines of the Holy Grail, something like that will be mentioned, where it will be the key, or maybe they create the Holy Grail themselves. You know how Nakaba likes to put his spin on things, because in Arthurian legend, there are 2 or 3 major causes of Arthur's death. One being his battle with Cathpolug, 2 his battle with Mordred, and 2 his battle with Mordred, but he succumbs to his wounds later and dies, and 3 he doesn't die, he's simply being nurtured and healed in Avalon to this day after the battle with Mordred. That's what the myth says. And then he'd sail back, whatever, conquer, blah 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 blah. So if anything, maybe that's already happened, the third one, in terms of Merlin teleporting her and Arthur away for a period of time, while Kaf was, roaming free. So maybe that part's already happened, so that crosses that out. In terms of a battle with Mordred, we still don't know if a Mordred will appear in this series, and how would that be the case. Could Kaf possibly shoot out like an offspring, air quotes, of his own, just out of sheer spite? that will do its best to curse everything that Arthur tries to create, or because we know Kaf does hate this nigga, bro, or like maybe yeah, because I don't see Arthur losing to Kaf again now, so maybe the Doors box will help buy them some time to fall whatever, then get the Holy Grail, blah 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 blah. Maybe Kaf shoots out Mordred, or maybe he's had a secret project in the run called Mordred, blah 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 blah. Mordred ends up maybe being summoned, or like ends up betraying Kaf. Again, I'm really like making like Mr. Fantastic the way I'm stretching this shit out and really reaching for shit, but you know, I'm just throwing things at the wall and seeing what Nakaba says is correct, I guess. But yeah, that is actually all I have to say on the chapter. This is a little more lighthearted. Well, it gives a sense of hope, at least, compared to the last couple chapters we had. This nigga, the thing is, Elizabeth wouldn't have had to do this if King kept his goddamn mouth quiet, because then if the Chaos Beast came back, then Bond could just, you know, banish and kill, and you know, in his prime stats and all, but it is what it is. Anyways, that is all this time, for real. I'll see y'all next video, wherever that may be, whether that I finally finish editing the Zenless Zone 0 video and drop that, whether it be the next fight commentary video. I think I'm gonna do a Chained Soldier fight this month. It'll be a manga only fight though, so spoilers in advance for that, but if you don't care, then yeah. If not that, then I'll probably the next Friendly Phase video will come. I think that'll be the April video. But yeah, that's all. Take care. Excuse me, and have a good one.